I extend my greeting for our moderator. I wish a productive and successful working day to all members of our virtual session. And today we are pleased to present a joint paper authored by Sophio Moralishvili and myself. Title is Application of UDL Principles in the Akaki Tsereteli State University Child Rights course. And this presentation is based on the experience of Akaki Tsereteli State University in integrating the principles of universal design for learning into the teaching process. And we actively working to embed in UDL principles in our academic courses, which really strengthen students' engagement and enhance the quality of teaching. Sophio is one of the first professors in our pedagogical department to successfully implement these principles in her teaching practice. And today she will share her valuable experience for us. And thank you, Sophia. And the floor is yours, please.
Thank you all participants and the conference organizers for the possibility to participate in this wonderful conference. Well, what about the UDL, Universal Design of Learning? By the way, this is a significant new paradigm in education, which focuses on building inclusive and productive learning environment for all the students. And it also provides very flexible approach to curriculum design, instructional practices, and assessment methodologies, since they are based on the awareness of various learning requirements. A few words about our university. The Akaki Tsereteli State University is one of the oldest universities in Georgia. This is western part of Georgia, and this is state university. And these UDL principles, or universal design principles, were introduced with the help of Arizona State University, which is our partner university, and different American universities. They also studied applying these principles to different courses. So one of the courses is child rights education. I will say a few words about child rights course later on, but in this paper, we tried to explore how UDL principles have been applied to 4 essential components of our child rights syllabus. So course objectives, goals, objectives, materials, and assignments. Okay, so what is, once again, universal design of learning? These principles were formulated by CAST. This is Center for Applied Special Technology, which is based in the United States. And they came up with the 3 principles of universal design of learning. The first one is why of learning. This is multiple means of engagement. And it means that emotions play a crucial role in learning process, and different individuals exhibit diverse preferences for engagement and participant motivation. So recognizing the diversity of learner, it is essential to acknowledge that there are no universal approach to engagement which will be suitable for all the learners. So this is why of learning. Then comes what of learning. This is multiple means of representation. And we know that individuals vary how they perceive information. So utilizing multiple representation in learning helps us to facilitate between different concepts. And then comes multiple means of action or expression, or the how of learning. And the how of learning means that in different situations, different learners behave in different ways. So these are the general principles of UDL, and in our syllabus, we try to use this universal design of learning and match them with our course syllabus. Yes. So this slide shows us child rights course at Akaki Tsereteli State University. And this course was at our university was implemented with the help of UNICEF Georgia. And it was rather a difficult process because in Georgia right now, we do not have specific programs which focus on child right education or give specific information about child rights. So course trainers underwent professional development, 6 months, very intensive course. And then syllabus was developed with the involvement of experts from different fields, from educators, psychology, law, public service, media, and so on. And UDL principles were embedded in this syllabus. Okay, well, then this syllabus, how we align the course goals and objectives through UDL. The first one is theoretical and practical knowledge, which provides in-depth understanding of child rights theory and application with multiple pathways to engage with complex concepts. Then right-oriented educators, it means that we prepare teachers who can implement inclusive practices that respect and promote children's rights in educational settings. Professional ethics development build expertise in safeguarding children's rights through diverse learning experiences that accommodate different learning preferences. And also the goal of the course is to develop advocacy skills, like equip students with multiple means to express the understanding and advocate effectively for children's rights. Okay. This was the first principle, why of learning. And the second principle is what of learning. And this is diverse course materials. I want to stop here that the diverse course books and textbooks are used, and they are accessible in different formats. Slide presentation, multimedia resources, YouTube videos, recordings, and so on. But at the same time, students are encouraged to contribute to the collection of materials themselves, increasing ownership of the course, providing diverse perspectives. So all the materials are designed to be accessible to all learners with different needs and preferences, ensuring that everyone can engage with the content effectively. So that was the second principle of UDL, what of learning. And the third principle is how of learning. As I have already said, different individuals, different learners exhibit different differences in different situations, so they prefer to be assessed in different ways. So we used written papers, like conventional ones. They can write papers addressing different child rights issues, or we use video recordings. So students are given options to record themselves evaluating the children's rights or different issues like abuse maybe, or safe environment or whatsoever. So they can be assessed through these video recordings. We use a lot of role play scenarios, participating in simulations and the cases and so on, and also digital creations, create blogs or other digital content which are focused on child rights. So in that case, students can showcase their knowledge in ways that align with their strengths and preferences while still maintaining rigorous academic standards. And these are just several examples of projects. There is the learning exam, for example, successful practice in child rights, or ensuring education for every child, or negotiating children's rights, and so on. So these are multiple ways. I won't stop here. I will just go to the next part of our research. Of course, embedding these UDL principles in this syllabus was not easy process, and it was embedded in other purposes as well. And we did research on UDL implementation after a year. And here I have instructions perspective, for example. At the beginning, they were not eager to implement UDL principles, but then they said that we realized that students learn best when they feel represented and heard. So, or for example, diverse material impact, one of the interlocutors said that UDL helped us to think beyond printed materials. We started incorporating podcasts, blogs, videos, and AI, and so on. Then assessment outcomes. So diversity is how students choose to complete the assessment surprised us in a good way, It showed us that they were more engaged, thoughtful, and so on, because, well, everybody could choose the way they could be assessed. And methodological approaches that research employed qualitative case study analysis of syllabus document and course materials, semi-structures, interviews, and faculty members, and so on. And the final slide is conclusions and future directions. As we saw, and as the research revealed, of course, our study has kind of restrictions because we focused only on 5 courses. And till now, we integrated UDL principles only in 5 courses. But still, we found out that UDL provides inclusive participation, so it promotes meaningful engagement among diverse student populations. It has collaborative approach and emphasizes partnership between educators, developers, researchers. It has global alignment as well because it supports UNESCO's principles for equality, inclusive education. And it is replicable model, provides a framework adaptable by other institutions. Okay, so that's it. Very briefly about our universal design for learning and about its principles. If you have questions related to how we implemented, what was the process, for example, or feel free to ask. Thank you for your attention.